What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mystic Mike MMA. We're back today with our picks for the 305 main card. I did the prelims yesterday. We're gonna finish up the main card today. Got some good picks for you guys today. Make sure to check out my Discord. Link will be in the description. And if anyone has questions about the odds, I get them from thebestmmaodds.com or no, sorry, bestfightodds.com. Yeah, let's get right into it, boys. We have some good predictions for today. Lots of money to be made. First off, we have Li Jingliang versus Carlos Prates. I'm seriously looking forward to this fight. This is going to be a fun one to watch. The Leech always brings it. He has some very, very nice knockouts earlier on in his career, but he's shown he still has it with his fight with Muslim Salikov and arguably won the fight with D-Rod. In my opinion, he definitely should have won that fight. So, who is the Leech? Li Jingliang. Well, he's a UFC vet, and he's very powerful in his shots. Like I said, he has some earlier knockouts, and what I like about him is he blitzes in, but he has some nice combinations when he comes in. He puts together these long combinations. He's honestly a crazy man. Look to see Leech blitzing through, but the problem is he's fighting Carlos Prates. So the thing about Carlos Prates is he's part of the Fighting Nerds. The Fighting Nerds right now are on a tear. I think they're still undefeated in the UFC right now. This whole team, I think they're going to take over. They're very, very good at what they do, studying their opponents, and I think Carlos Prates is no different. He's very good at kickboxing, but the only thing I don't like about him is he's not that I don't like. He's very patient. This is his style. He'll throw like one or two shots together, but he's like a surgeon. He dissects his opponent. Uh, you're gonna see him land probably a good body shot to slow the Leech down. In the first round, I think he's gonna rip the body, rip those legs. I think in the second round, Carlos Prates is gonna knock out the Leech. So moving on, Tai Tuivasa versus Jairzinho Rosenstrike. Tai Tuivasa, very, very fun fighter to watch. He has a lot of power, but he's on a four-fight losing streak. He's been getting exposed in his last few fights. Maybe the shoeies are catching up to him. He's not super technical, but he's very strong. He's like a bar fighter, so he makes up for it. If he catches you, you're going to sleep. Anyone. It doesn't matter who you are. Catches you, you're going to sleep. But it's gonna be tough for him to catch a biggie boy, Giancino, Dark Chocolate, Rosenstrike. Giancino, y'all must have forgot. This guy was multiple time kickboxing champion. He has great, great striking, great technique, good jab. And for a heavyweight, he has decent cardio. So, what I think is going to happen, there's two possibilities here. Tai Tuivasa knocks out Rosenstrike in the first round. Or he dies trying. Those are the two possibilities. Rosenstrike could win. I don't think he's gonna win decision though, because if Tai loses, he's probably gonna get knocked out, and we'll see how that happens. What I do think is one of Tai's best weapons is his heavy leg kicks, and I don't think he's gonna be able to land them on Rosenstrike because Rosenstrike's really good at checking kicks. So I do think the line is right over here, and we're gonna see Giancino as a pretty heavy favorite, and I think he's gonna get it done within the distance. All right. Dan Hooker versus Mateusz Gamer Gamrot. Mateusz Scamrot. This guy shouldn't be here. I don't know. He's Dana White's least favorite fighter, and he's also a crotch sniffer. So what I would do if I was betting this fight, because the line is a little bit tough to bet. I mean, it's kind of right. I think Mateusz should be a pretty heavy favorite against Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker's path to victory. There's the knee down the middle as Matthews goes for a sharp boom. Hit him with a nice knee down the middle. Dan Hooker's knees are pretty dangerous. But other than that, he's getting older. I think the Poirier fight aged him a lot. Dan's a fucking legend, though. Like, he's a beast. I went to go watch back all his fights. They're all so fun to watch. Like, he does not give a fuck. He will just come out there and strike with you. He just wants to stand and bang. But this is not really a fan-friendly matchup because Matthews kind of wants to do the opposite, and I think he will be able to do it pretty easily against Dan Hooker. So Give me Matthews Gamrot by very boring decision. I don't think we're in for a very good fight here, unless Dan Hooker brings it, is able to stuff those takedowns. We could see a fun one, but I think we're gonna get a boring decision by Matthews Gamrot. And if you're gonna try to beat the line, take the under of Matthews Gamrot and strikes. I think he's gonna land less than 55 significant strikes, 60 to 55, less than that. Whatever the under is, take it. Because on my apps that I use to bet, they're not out yet. Now we have Kai Kara France versus Steve Urseg. Now, Kai Kara France, he's a beta male, 1 year layoff, and he struggles in big fights. On the other hand, we have Steve Urseg. He has a massive Australian cock. He was on The Office. He was the main character on The Office. And arguably the best flyweight right now. I write this because I think Pantoja won that fight, but Steve made one little mistake that cost him the fight was when he shot for that takedown in the fifth round. If he didn't do that, I think he would be the flyweight champ right now. And I think if Steve was the flyweight champ right now and Kai Kara France was fighting him for the belt, just because it has the belt tied to it and everything like that, I think it would be a much heavier favorite. Actually, I think it would be somewhere around the range of minus 220. So honestly, give me Steve Urseg money line at this point because I don't think Kai Kara France has what it takes to beat Steve Urseg, especially. No, wait, is it a 5 round fight? If it's a 5 round fight, I think it's gonna favor Steve Urseg a little bit more. Um, but either way, I'm gonna go Steve Urseg by decision. I'm gonna say Steve Urseg gets it done by decision or late knockout. Because we've seen Kai Kara France get hurt, and yeah. Anyways, Kai Kara France he just struggles against top guys like Pantoja, Moreno, and Royval. Amir Albazi, you could make an argument that Kai should have won that fight, but yeah, I think Steve's gonna win this one. So let's go on to the main event. Now, for the main event, I do believe this fight is as close to a 50-50 fight as you could possibly get. Um, Most of the other betting channels also have it as a coin toss. And honestly, even on Topology, it's 51-49 for Izzy. The odds over here, it says minus 110 for Izzy and plus 100 for Duplessis. But those are the best odds you can get. Most apps will have them as pick'em. So if you find Duplessis as an underdog, could be worth it putting some money on Duplessis underdog. But at the end of the day, with this fight, I think Izzy has a slight edge, and I'll explain why. So Duplessis, I have written here questionable technique and questionable gas tank. We've seen him gas early in fights, but in his last two, he hasn't. Versus Strickland, he was able to go 5 rounds with Strickland. So maybe it depends the day, it depends the fight. But questionable technique, that's in every fight. When he throws shots, sometimes his chin is up. His hands don't always come up. I've seen him go for some sort of judo throws and he's just pulling mount. So that's a little bit weird. But one thing is he has a good submission game, honestly, and I think it might be the best submission game of anyone that's fought Izzy so far. Because Izzy hasn't really fought any good submission artists. Not really that I could think of. So I think Dreykus's path to victory would maybe be wobble Izzy, get him in the middle of the octagon, take him down, and try to submit him. But if he can't take him down, I think Israel's going to probably knock him out. Israel has very good striking. Despite how much I don't really like his character, he has very, very good striking. He has very good takedown defense up against the cage, so that's why I said Dreykus is going to have to lure him out into the middle. But then once you get into the middle of the octagon, then Izzy has his full range. And if he's going to impose his game, then it's going to be a long night for Dreykus. And once again, last but not least, Israel is not actually African. He fled his country. He calls himself African, but he's really more Chinese. So do with that what you will. But I think this fight's going to be very, very close, but I'm leaning towards Izzy, but I wouldn't really bet this fight. What I am betting, though, I am betting that this fight doesn't go the distance. I don't think it's going to be all 5 rounds. I think either Izzy gets submitted or Dreykus gets knocked out. But you guys can't count out Drakus, man. I've been counting him out too much, and I'm gonna give him some respect over here. I think he does a pretty good job against Izzy, and then I think Sean Strickland beats the winner. So we'll see what happens. Um, I wonder who is Sumo. Sumo, who do you think is gonna win? Huh? Arthur Fisher, what is gonna win? Oh, you said Izzy's gonna win. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Uh, like I said, join my Discord. We're trying to build a community of strong MMA fans. I'm gonna be posting all my bets and all my picks into the Discord, so make sure you don't miss it. Uh, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.